everybody, welcome back to another session of the Hopry. My name is Starr, and today we are going to be, I guess, going on to part 2 of our Dark Horse Brewing Company week. So on Monday we took a look at their cream stout, which was called 2, and today, which is Wednesday, we are going to take a look at their beer called Fore, which is a smoked stout. And this one clocks in at 8% as well, just like the 2 did. But I'm imagining that this is going to have, a bit more of a smoky character, obviously because it's called a smoked stout, but also because they use a particular type of malt in here. It's called peat malt. If you're familiar with Scotch, peated Scotches at that, you'll know that usually they dig up peat moss, they basically, smoke it, they burn it so that the, I guess the smoke from the peat gets on the barley and malt and, any other grains that they may use in Scotch, and that, really gives it that earthy, smoky character. So I imagine that this is going to have a lot of that in it, but I guess there's only one way to find out, and that is to go ahead and give this bad boy a pour. Alright, so I'm just going to pour a little bit in there. And the color on it is pretty much like you would hope. It's pretty dark, and I would say maybe, just maybe around the edges, you might get a little bit of that, dark ruby slash raisin color, the head color on it. Also a really, like a nice dark hazelnut color. Really like the head on it too. The head is, it's mainly really small, creamy bubbles, but it's got, kind of a, I guess, a larger bubble every once in a while. And I can see that it's already, just starting to lace itself to the inside of the glass. As it does roll down the side, excuse me, it really kind of grips and goes down almost like motor oil. So I'm hoping that this one's actually a little bit thicker on the palate than the 2 that we looked at, which I found to be a little bit too, I guess, thin, for my taste, or at least for what I had expected from a cream stout. But anyway, let's go ahead and get our nose in here and see what's going on. Well, I definitely smell the smoke coming out of it. There's an earthiness that I get, much like a damp cave smell that I talked about on the cream stout. So I really think that the malts that they're using, there's obviously a specific type of malt that they use for several of these beers, because they really all kind of have that smell. It is a touch boozy. I get a little bit of alcohol out of there. This really smells to me more like a porter than just a regular stout. In fact, I think this one is just classified an American smoked stout. But anyway, really kind of has that porter character to it. As you know, with porters, they tend to smoke those as well. In fact, I think not too long ago we did a whole week dedicated to smoked porters. But, well, without further ado, I am going to go ahead and give this one a taste. Okay. So it's definitely got that nice smokiness, which I hoped it would. Lots of molasses in here. Maybe a touch of chocolate. I think the molasses component is actually kind of overpowering a lot of the other things in here. So really, it's, I would say it leads with the smoke, followed directly by the molasses component. There's a little bit of chocolate in there. And this one's a little bit sweeter, which I find to be kind of odd, but it is a little bit sweeter than the 2 cream stout. A little bit of caramel in there as well, like maybe a burnt caramel. So if you were to take a creme brulee and kind of chip off a piece of that burnt sugar from the top, where it's almost, it takes it from being sweet to almost a real nutty bitterness. I kind of get that out of here as well. Oddly enough, even just almost a sourness, like it's kind of making me think of, I guess, like maybe raisins you know, like so chocolatey, molassesy, dank raisins, if that makes sense. I like this one though. I like it a little bit better than the cream stout, just because it really does remind me more of a porter, a smoked porter, even at that. So, and I think too that, you know, even at that, this is a little bit more subtle than a smoked porter. You know, a lot of the smoked porters, they really want to highlight that smoky character. I think this is a really solid effort. Again, a little bit better than the cream stout, but I'll really be anxious to come back on Friday and try their reserve black beer, and, you know, kind of see how that holds up from the last time I had that one. So, well guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it for now. Hope you enjoyed this session. I hope you enjoy this brewery. Again, if you didn't comment on Monday, you know, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of Dark Horse. What's your favorite beer they make? Is it their Double Crooked Tree IPA? Is it the Fore? You know, what is it? I'd kind of like to know what you guys think of the brewery. So anyway, well, until Friday, my name is Starr. Thanks a lot for coming back, and we'll see you then. Cheers.